This is a chicken. A chicken has a lizard's brain. And the idea of the lizard brain is this. It is hungry, it is scared, it is selfish, and it is horny. It turns out that we have one too. But every single time we get close to shipping, every single time the manuscript is ready to send to the publisher, the lizard brain speaks up. The lizard brain says, they're going to laugh at me. The lizard brain says, I'm going to get in trouble. What? TV is coming to watch me put graffiti on street signs? I'm going to get arrested. The lizard brain is screaming at the top of its lungs. And so what happens is we don't do it. We sabotage it. We hold back. We have another meeting. Because that's the moment when our lizard brain is saying, uh-oh, the critics are going to get to see this. We might have to change it. So what I'm trying to start unfolding for you here is the fact that you don't need to be more creative. All of you are actually too creative. That what you need is a quieter lizard brain. Most people at work are doing this. Back and forth, following instructions, doing what they're supposed to do. But what creative people do is they try to change the status quo. It's a little bit like taking this and blocking the air. Now, one of the things that happens when you pull on it is it's not that hard to pull. It's sort of fun. So you pull and you let go. You pull and you let go. You pull and you let go. And that's what amateur creative people do all day long. They come up with an idea, they write it down in their Moleskine. They come up with an idea, and they post it on their blog, right? And this part, we spend a lot of time doing this, going back and forth. But you notice what happens? What happens is the plunger is still where it was when I started talking about it. Every once in a while, we commit to something, and we start pulling. But you know what happens? It gets harder and harder and harder as the vacuum gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And so we give it our best, but we let go. That, Stephen Pressfield calls the resistance. The resistance gets worse and worse and worse the closer we get to shipping. And the reason is because of the lizard brain. The lizard brain says, I need to speak up now because they're going to make fun of you. And there are a few people, right? One of my favorites, Jill Greenberg, who she gets this far, and you know what she does? She pulls harder until she breaks the status quo. And then everything is different. And everyone says, wow, you're a genius. Right? The genius part is getting the lizard brain to shut up long enough to overcome the resistance. And the way that I've thought about it is this. Some people view what they're doing as pulling on that plunger, trying and trying and trying. And what happens when you approach life like that is you get this feeling in the pit of your stomach or in the back of your head. And the list of valid excuses is long and getting longer all the time, right? I'm an alcoholic. I can't be expected to do that. I'm not an alcoholic yet, but I like to drink. I like to drink, and my friends haven't seen me in a really long time. I have a family to support. I can't afford to do that. That guy's blog's already too big. My blog will never catch up with it. I can't possibly do this because there's something wrong with the committee system. My boss won't let me. The list is really, really long, and everything on the list is great. You know why? Because we organized to be great at having that list. We like having that list, especially the lizard brain. The other way to think about it, though, second balloon, is these things. Now, I was never good at this. And the reason I was never good at this is it turns out, if you've ever tried it, that the first couple breaths are really hard. Getting started is the opposite of the plunger. Getting started with this is really hard. But if you do the physics, after the first two breaths, the percentage change in latex that you're making gets smaller and smaller and smaller with each breath. And that the model is, if you can get the first two breaths over with, you're going to get the balloon filled up because it's downhill from there.